Hello, and continuing our conversation about lunges, today we're going to talk about forward lunges. So when we talked about those reverse lunges, we're using mostly the back side of our body to do the work as we step back into that lunge. These lunges are going to give us more control over the force on our front knee. Now, if we're stepping forward, then we're going to be utilizing the front of our leg or our quadriceps, those big muscles in the front of our thighs, to do the motion. You're going to have more of a balance challenge because you are stepping into it rather than controlling that standing leg being your controlling leg as you bend into it. So as we step forward, we bend down, we need to pay special attention to our knees to make sure we're not adding that extra force forward onto that front knee by overly extending it forward. We need to still be sitting down into it to control that force and protect that front knee. Just like those reverse lunges, there are a lot of different variations we can do, and we'll go into some of those variations we did in the back lunge, but then we're going to do some other ones with the forward lunge that could be used with the back lunge as well. So again, we have a chair back or a wall that we can use for support, just in making sure that as we use them. The chair, however, for a forward lunge, you're going to want it on the side, because as you're stepping forward, you would be stepping right into that lunge, right into that chair, and not really have the access to it. So a wall might be more helpful for this, because then you can stay right next to it. As we're stepping forward, we're going to take a step forward so that when we bend, our knees go towards 90 and 90, and then we can step back. We can again stop. We can do some up and down lunges here, some static lunges. Or we can step forward and step back. We could also go into alternating lunges, moving from side to side. Again, you have that wall for support or a chair on the side for added support where you can hold on the whole time as you are moving, and take your time with these. They don't have to be fast and moving unless you're going for more of the cardio aspect. Just like we do with those back lunges, we could add that knee lift, adding that little bit of a balance challenge in there as we go. We could also take that lunge into a lunge hold and add action to it. We could add bicep curls. We can lean forward, add those tricep extensions. We could hold it here, and we can add rotation. Rotating towards that front leg, requiring us to use a little bit more of the stabilizer muscles in our leg to keep us upright. Just making sure that we rotate through the spine and not just the head. And of course, anything we did on one side, we then have to do on the other side. You could also just use your arms and go from a bent knee to a straight leg. Bent knee to a straight leg, much like we did in the back lunge, but this time just adding some arms. So each layer we add onto it increases our difficulty. We're going to always pull back to that basic movement and build from there on where we're ready to do. Another way that you could focus on these front lunges would be to change it forward and back. So here we go forward, and then here we go back. Staying on that same leg, alternated between the two. Lunging forward and lunging back to give yourself even more of a challenge. Like I said, the simplest move, the basic move, and then you just build onto that with the complexity to increase the intensity. Again, the most important part of those forward lunges is to watch that front knee as you come forward, that it's staying back behind those toes. Any leaning forward here will cause extra shear pressure into the top of the knee and cause extra knee discomfort. Hope you enjoy. Give it a try. We'll be using all these when we put it all together and get into those bigger workouts.